Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody doing? Sorry I'm a little late. Thank y'all for sticking with me, but we are here at TNT tonight, draft night. Unfortunately, I am not a very happy guy right now because, of course, as all of you have seen, and we are going to react to it, the Tennessee Titans have completely shocked everybody and it's basically just completely destroyed everything for themselves. First off, some other teams, Houston and Minnesota, completely messed things up for us, with their trades. And then the Tennessee Titans decide that it was the smart move to trade A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. And all they get is they get the 18th pick, they get another third round pick, and they get an 18th pick and another third round pick. That's it. So I want to get y'all thoughts on that. Let everybody know. Share the show out to everybody. Let everybody know that I am live. We are live here on YouTube. Make sure you follow the pages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything. But I need to get on here as fast as I can because I am completely floored. Like I've lost it. Kenny Pickett goes to the Steelers. Chiefs on the clock now. They got they made a trade. So the Chiefs go corner and pick Trent McDuffie. But back to the Titans. What in the world is J. Rob thinking? I am completely I think I'm at a loss for words. I'm shocked. I am upset. I am saddened because I think a lot of people have said basically you traded A.J. Brown to pick A.J. Brown. And all we kept hearing, all J. Rob and everybody kept saying, we got to be better around Tannehill. My question is this. Even though you do get an extra third round pick, and the Tennessee Titans do have another pick. So they get an extra first round pick, yes. And the offensive linemen that they were hoping for are all gone. I have no idea what the Tennessee Titans are thinking. So, of course, with that 18th pick that they traded to the Eagles, they get Treylon Burks. And don't get me wrong, I like Burks. I think Burks is going to be good. The only problem is you had A.J. already there. So you don't trade. I mean, I don't get it. And I was listening to Jared and Chris Jared and Chris Sanders or Derek Mason. They was talking about maybe AJ did it to himself. He didn't want to be there. And I'm just thinking that's completely stupid because nobody came out and said, well, AJ want to be traded. AJ want to be traded. He don't want to be there. Nobody has said that. And then you basically traded away our best offensive weapon. I'm like, you might as well go ahead and trade Tannehill away while you're at it. Oh my God. This is completely ridiculous. I mean, Spice saying I'm shocked. Burning Devil saying insane. You can't replace AJ. You got that right. AJ traded. Why? I have no idea. Titans of Truth live here in Tampa, Florida. And I got to tell you, because I was out with my family, I'm enjoying, food, spending time with them and stuff like that. We'll talk about the rest of the picks after the Titans fix. But the fact, I think the Tennessee Titans lost a lot of fans tonight. They lost a lot of fans tonight with this move. This is a horrible, horrible trade. I understand you get an extra third round pick, so you could probably use one of your threes and one of your fours, trade back into the second round. You probably could do that. And you have an extra first round pick. I get it. You got to get younger. But you're not helping Tannehill. Now, and again, CJ, this is some, I believe, a SEC guy. They trade. I think they either text TD or they tweeted basically saying you traded AJ for AJ. Treylon Burks, but Treylon Burks is as close to AJ Brown. He's a prospect. He's about as close to AJ Brown as you're gonna get. And now, I don't know what the heck they're going to do. Lee is talking about Tyler Lindenbaum. I know Tyler from Locked On Podcast. He talked about Tyler Lindenbaum. Titan fans, you should be pissed off because I sure am. I am extremely pissed off. Quay Walker, inside linebacker, goes to the Green Bay Packers. Kenny Pickett is the first quarterback off the board at 20, and that's what a lot of people said, that the first quarterback was going to go off the board at about 20. So Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder, Matt Corral, they're all still on the board. Maybe the Titans trade out of that pick, but I have to admit, everybody, I'm at a loss for words, y'all. I am at a loss for words. Let me know if y'all hear me pretty good. CJ2K said, I feel like I got shot in the head. J-Mac, Jimmy, congratulations. I don't know what our GM was thinking. He must have been drunk making this trade. But all y'all gave up basically was a third round pick. And I'm like, for A.J. Brown, I think, again, the Titans got fleeced. I would have asked for more. And I think everybody's hearts have dropped. As Tremaine Rogers said, hearts have dropped. Mine has too. I'm like, I don't. Reggie B said, I feel like that time when Hogan went heel. Yeah, that shocked the world. President Cooper says, Titan will always be Titans. Yep. This is a Titans move. This is the same old Titans type of move. And it is ridiculous. Oh my God. J-Rob is going to have to explain this one to me. And even if he explains it to me, I'm still not going to get it. And y'all forgive me. I know there's some bingo flags behind me. I am in my brother's room here in Florida. He's a big Bengals fan. And so, they're, of course, going to be picking up. He might slide in here for a second because, he's a Bengals fan. But he also watches and supports me. So, shout out to my little brother, Big Christian. Of course, they got to the AFC Championship. It just seems like the Titans just continue to want to hurt the fan base. Sad night for me tonight because I didn't think AJ was going anywhere. Nigel, neither did I. I did not think AJ was going anywhere either. Ray B said Titan were going to do something stupid. And they did. I mean, look at that. Then got rid of AJ and Julio in the same offseason. This draft has been an unmitigated disaster in many different ways. This draft has been an unmitigated disaster. And I mean, we lose A.J. Brown. And Josh was saying AJ got 4 years, 100 million. I don't know where y'all got that from. We need some. I'm looking at. I'm trying to find some confirmation. And yep, Money Mike is right. We play the Eagles next year. We play the Eagles next year. J. Rob is trying to get himself fired because this is ridiculous. Oh my God. And now, and here's the thing. You know what just happened? Right when the Eagles make the trade, and it is official, this is official, coming from Ian Rappaport of ESPN. AJ gets traded and agrees to a 4-year, $100 million contract extension, $57 million guaranteed. So AJ gets paid $25 million a year. Yes, and that is confirmed with Ian Rappaport. 4 years, $100 million, $57 million guaranteed at $25 million. And the Titans didn't want to pay that. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I probably seem hysterical, but this is ridiculous. I'm like, we couldn't pay that money? AJ, Treylon Burks better ball out. And now, I don't know. I mean, I think honestly, and Luke, I'm kind of with you. It seemed like the Titans traded AJ and we really didn't get anything back in return. I mean, we get an extra first round pick, so we got 2 first round picks. Treylon Burks is one, and obviously the Titans got scared because there was a run on wide receivers. Garrett Wilson went 8 to the Falcons. Jameson Williams goes to Detroit. No, I'm sorry. Drake London went 8 to Atlanta. Garrett Wilson went 10 to the Jets. Detroit trades up and gets Jameson Williams. Chris Olave goes right there to New Orleans at 11. And then Jameson Williams went 12. Jahan Dotson goes at, I think, 16. And now Buffalo traded up, I think, with Baltimore. So we got to see who they're picking. Now, the Titans do have another first-round pick. Maybe this ain't all bad. Let's see who the Buffalo Bills pick.
With the 23rd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Kaiir Elam, defensive back, Florida.
All right, so the Bills go defensive back. And right now, again, I have to take a look and see who's on the board still because it's really not. I'm going to take a look at a big board because, I mean, the only offensive lineman really left that's worth anything is Tyler Lindenbaum. But you have a center in Ben Jones. I mean, I think everybody, I'm still just shocked, about this trade. I think that's what it is. I'm shocked about this trade. So, y'all forgive me. But wow. This draft has completely turned. This draft is just turned us completely upside down. And now, basically, like President Cooper said, it's all on Derrick Henry all over again. It's all on him. You had a very good team, And now we're probably going to suck. And I'm willing to bet the Titans are going to do something else stupid. Like draft Desmond Ritter at 26. And Malik Willis is still there too. Malik Willis is at 26. Malik Willis could be there also. So, I mean, I have absolutely no idea. There's been some trades. Yep, I did notice Marquise Brown got traded to Arizona. That was for 23. That was for the 23rd pick. And then Buffalo got that pick from Baltimore. So, Zach said, why did y'all let go of Brown? Zach, I have no idea either. I have no idea why we got rid of A.J. Brown when we could have just re-signed him. Right now, guys that are on the board, and I'm willing to bet, I bet a defensive player goes to the Titans. You got Jermaine Johnson, you got Nakobe Dean and Devin Lloyd, who guys have been wanting to draft to us. Malik Willis is still sitting there on the board. The only other offensive lineman that's really available is a Tyler Lindenbaum, because, I mean, Kenyon Green is gone. Zion Johnson's gone. Trevor Penning is gone. I mean, wow. And I'm willing to bet that's what's going to happen. The Titans are going to pick either Malik Willis or Desmond Ritter at 26. And I'm like, if that's the case, you might as well go ahead and trade Ryan Tannehill while you're at it. And D09 said, better not draft Malik Willis. I hope the Titans trade down in this situation. I think that might be the best bet for them. Trade down, get some more picks, get a second rounder. You already have a first rounder, get another second rounder, maybe get some more because and then of course 615 wants Trey McBride. Too early for Trey McBride. Way too early. Now what I think the Titans can do, now they have 2 third-round picks. They now, after this 26th pick, they had a number 1. Now they got another. Now they got 2 3s, 2 4s. I think they could use one of those 3s and one of those 4s and go up into the second round. But oh my God, I'm not happy at all. The Titans get Treylon Burks. I think Treylon Burks is a very good player. Y'all give me a second. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I just had to get my notes for these receivers. And Treylon Burks is one of my top 5. So let me talk about Burks. He's 6'3", 225. Had a very productive year at Arkansas. He's big body. He's very physical. Again, he is very similar to A.J. Brown. So that's very true. He's a combat catcher. He can block. He does have potential to be a star. The only problem is, I think he has better game speed than what he showed at the combine. Can he create separation and can he be better with his routes? One thing about AJ ran routes very well. And so I hope the Titans trade down. I think that's what they should do is trade down. Would I take Devontae Wyatt? No. We have enough defensive line. I mean, if he's the best player available, so be it. I know the Titans had a meeting with Jermaine Johnson. He was one of their top 30, and it wouldn't shock me if they do that. Because if you get Jermaine Johnson, that basically means in about a year, you're probably cutting Bud Dupree. You're basically saying, well, I can't trust Bud Dupree to stay healthy. So, said, what up, family? I had to be revived with the smelling salts. Chuck Corley basically fell out, and I understand. Again, y'all, make sure y'all, I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Make sure y'all share this show out. Make sure y'all share this show out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and and off of YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Here's the Cowboys at 24.
NFL draft. The Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Smith, tackle, Tulsa.
Well, I'm actually glad that pick was made. The Cowboys go Tyler Smith, tackle from Tulsa. I'm glad the Cowboys made that pick because I was scared the Titans might do something like that with a lot of. I mean, there are some decent. There are probably a couple of other offensive linemen that could be available later, like a Daniel Falele, who I actually was kind of impressed with. If you haven't seen the YouTube video on offensive linemen, I just put it out this morning. So definitely check that out, and definitely go check that out. As I talked about some of the offensive linemen that could definitely be available, guys like guys like I said, Tyler Lindenbaum. Like I said, a lot of these guys are already gone. And I mean, I hope we don't pick up Bernard Raymond. I don't think he's ready yet. You got Lindenbaum. You got Kennard from Kentucky, Kellen Deach as well. But these are some guys you could probably pick in the later part of the draft. You could pick in the later part of the draft and still be fine. I don't think they need to go offensive line because I don't think it's the best position available. I mean, if you go with Tyler Lindenbaum, you could play him at guard for a year until, Ben Jones is gone, and then you have Lindenbaum at center. The only problem is I don't believe Lindenbaum has ever played a snap besides center. And, wow. Trading AJ makes me want to vomit. Yep, I'm sick to my stomach, too. I'm sick to my stomach too. Traylon Burks had 5 for 163, 85-yard touchdown against Texas A&M, and I'm with Money Mike. Burks is a good player, no doubt about it. But the only problem is this was not the time to get rid of one of your best offensive players when you have a question at your most important position. And that's what's going on. And right now, I'm giving up eating dinner with my folks because of this. And I have this feeling the Titans are about to do something very, very Titan-like and stupid. And I know I've been hit up a lot. Everybody and their mama has been hitting me up, and everybody's upset. Everybody's upset. I am too. So I see Titan True on Facebook. Again, if y'all are, if y'all can't share this show out, let everybody know that we are live. And I'm at a complete loss for words. I am. I have no idea what to think. I don't. I don't know what the Titans do now. I'm just sharing this out. But J-Rob's going to have to explain this to me tomorrow. He's going to have to explain this one to me because that almost made a grown man cry by trading AJ. I think it's made a lot of grown people cry tonight, and I'm probably going to have to cry myself to sleep tonight because J-Rob has done something stupid 2 out of 3 years in the draft. 2 out of 3 years, J-Rob has done something dumb like this. And, I mean, if you didn't want to pay AJ, you should have just traded him way before the draft so that we didn't have to think about that. Then you do this on draft night. Ooh, J Rob pissed me off. Like I said, I mean, had a great night the other night. The Grizzlies get a big win. Shout out to the Grizz, up 3-2 pudding. And now you know what? It's probably good I'm not in Vegas. Maybe because I'm not in Vegas, this happened. Because now I'm like, you know what? Maybe this was a blessing in disguise. My mom made sure I was here because there was some infinity that something messed up was about to happen, and it did. So I don't know what to think right now. And I'm sorry, I don't really have anything else to come up with. I'm sorry for other fans of teams that are looking right now. We'll definitely go back over some of the picks from early on because I do have my notes earlier. But like once the Trayvon Burks pick happened, I completely lost it. They're talking about the Jets. The Jets get a corner and a wide receiver with their first two picks. I thought they might go offensive line, but a couple of good picks for them. New York goes defensive pass rusher, and then I think they went offensive line as well. I mean, Detroit getting Jameson Williams, that's a nice pick for them. New Orleans, I don't know who their quarterback is going to be, but they get Chris Olave. And, Jahan Dotson was a surprise. I wasn't expecting him to go 16. I thought that was a reach by the Commanders going 16. But Houston and Minnesota completely messed us up. The Eagles have had a nice draft, because they get Jordan Davis, they get help on the defensive line, and then they get A.J. Brown. So Malik Willis will be on the board at this point. Watch the Ravens probably get Jermaine Johnson. They love their defensive players. So, and I'm with 615. I love A.J. Hate to see him go. And then once again, I have a jersey that I got to get rid of it. I got to get rid of it because I have AJ, but now he's gone. He ain't a Titan no more. Luke Jones, like, who's going to pay for the new stadium now? Because nobody's going to be going to games now. That's interesting. Ravens on the clock. And there it is. Ravens just went Tyler Lindenbaum. This draft could not get any worse. This has been a horrible draft for the Tennessee Titans, the way this is going. Every last one of their picks that they wanted are gone, with the exception of Burks. Again, I would have liked the Lindenbaum, but the fact of the matter is, you got Ben Jones already there. And if I'm the Tennessee Titans, they have got to get out of this pick now. They need to trade out because this is a bad position for them to be in. They're probably going to end up reaching on somebody. And the Titans are going to find a way to screw this up. They're going to find a way to screw this up. They're going to pick somebody like a Desmond Ridder or Nakobe Dean, and you already got a couple of linebackers. Okay, the Titans just made a trade. So the Titans have traded that pick, so they got out. So it looks like the Titans' night, mercifully, is over. The Titans just traded out of the 26th pick, and I thought that was the only logical thing to do because this draft has went horrible for the Tennessee Titans. You might as well just trade out and get ready for tomorrow. So the Titans now have 2 third-round picks. So now, um, so now the Tennessee Titans have traded out. They've traded out of the first round altogether, and I gotta see. I'm trying to see what they're getting for that, but J. Rob's gonna have to explain this to me. And it wouldn't surprise me. The Jets are now about to make their third pick of the first round. And I guarantee you, the Fire J Rob chants are about to start happening. The Fire J Rob chants are about to happen. I can see that now. You know, that's going to happen. I think we all need to kind of get some sleep. You know, I'm probably feeling, like I said, go eat with my family. Maybe I might see if my mom can make me a drink that made me forget this whole night tonight. But the Titans have traded the pick to the Jets. Have traded the 26th pick to the Jets. So the Titans have gotten Treylon Burks and have traded out of the first round altogether. I'm trying to find out what that pick is for exactly. So I'm trying to see what did the Titans get for that 26th pick. So I'm trying to see what was the 26th. What did we trade to? Now the Jets have 35 and 38 in round two.
I mean, honestly,
Sorry about that, y'all. But I'm just wow. I'm floored. I am floored by what has happened. I am in utter and complete shock over this whole night. And so, but that's the breaking news. The Tennessee Titans have traded out of the first round. They traded the pick to the New York Jets. I mean, they already got a corner and a wide receiver. What could they get? We're definitely going to see. And you got to think, they said we could have drafted Malik Willis. Here's the thing. The Titans believe so much in Ryan Tannehill. They believe in Ryan Tannehill so much. They don't want to get rid of him, but they'll get rid of everybody else. It's just this has been an awful night for the Tennessee Titans, to be honest. And I don't. And if I have Miss Mims asking me to stay calm, I know I must be ticked off. So it looks like Monty Rice is telling me the Titans we get. Now remember, the Jets have two second round picks. We probably didn't get both. We probably got their 35. So the Titans traded away they trade away. So we trade away the number 26 pick, and then Jermaine Johnson goes to the Jets. So the Jets have had a great night. The Jets have had a great night. They have Ahmad Gardner, the corner. They get Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver. Now they get a pass rusher, and they still have a second round pick. So the Titans trade 26 and 101. So we gave up. We had 90 and 101. So the 101 we just got from the Eagles, we trade to the Jets. But what we do get is we get a second round pick, we get another third, and I believe a fifth. So now, we had our first round pick in Treylon Burks. We have our first pick in Treylon Burks at 18. Now we're picking at 35. And now we're picking at 35, 69, and 90 tomorrow. So we got a pretty big night ahead of us tomorrow because we pick in the second round at 35 and twice in the third round at 69 and 90. So, I mean, we could reload and get an offensive lineman. We could probably get a tight end at this point. And if they want another receiver or a guard, they could do that too. So, you got Treylon Burks. I hope they go get Calvin Austin. I hope they go get Calvin Austin and maybe go get Trey McBride. So we'll have to see. And I know Sky Moore could be a possibility as well there. So remember, the Jets have 35 and 38. I'm definitely going to be going live at some point tomorrow when the Titans are on the board. Hopefully I'm back home by then. But if not, I will definitely do a post recap and everything. So, the Titans, this trade I'm fine with. We give up a third, but we move up in the third. So we move up from 101 to 69, and we get a third, and we get a second round pick as well. So, man. Reggie B said Kevin Byard is ticked off. I'm sure a lot of Titan players are probably upset. Darren Bates tweeting out saying, this is going to hurt more than y'all will see. And I agree. I think a lot of Titan fans are, and J-Rob has to understand, there are going to be a lot of ticked off Titan fans and Titan players about this move. Kevin Byard. I see that. He had some angry emojis that he put out. So, he's, congratulating A.J. Brown on getting paid, but he's ticked off. I'm like, J-Rob's going to have to explain this one to me because I don't understand. And, of course, Jermaine Johnson goes to the Jets. The Jags are now back on the clock at 27. The pick is in. You got Green Bay at 28, and then New England got one of Kansas City's picks at 29. And so we're definitely going to see. Reggie B said, we're not going anywhere until Tannenbaum is gone. Maybe we're going to suck so much that we'll have a first-round pick high enough to go get a quarterback. And watch, at 35, you got 35, 69, and 90. If Malik Willis or Desmond Ridder are still on the board at 35, I bet you that pick is a quarterback. I am willing to bet my bottom dollar tomorrow night we're picking a quarterback. Something just tells me that. And a lot of people, like Quinn Ponder saying, is there even a reason to root for ourselves? I don't know. 615, yeah, Lee, I like Dylan Parham too. Man, tonight's been a bad night. It's been a bad night, for the Tennessee Titans. And I don't know how I don't think there is a way that J-Rob is going to be able to explain this. And the Titans got me. They got me. They jilted me. I renewed my season tickets, although I might be able to get out of that. Not saying, now, y'all listen to me. I'm probably very angry right now, and I'm probably spitballing a lot of crazy stuff right now. So perhaps I need to sleep on this tonight and kind of get my bearings straight, get my act together. I'm finna go in and eat some food. I'm finna go eat my steak and my vegetables, and perhaps get on my knees and pray tonight. I'm gonna have to, get on my knees and pray, like Stephen A was doing. I have to pray because J-Rob has found a way to completely screw this up. And wow. I mean, the Tennessee Titans organization has just continued to just gut this fan base. First, the playoff. First, Tannehill sucking. Derrick Henry's injury. Then the playoff game. And now this. And I think a lot of people are still in shock. And I agree. I think the Tennessee Titans just made a horrific mistake. And I think I see somebody in a Derrick Henry jersey in Vegas. If I was in Vegas right now, I sure would be going to a party tonight because I'd probably be trying to get drunk. I would probably be trying to get sloppy drunk, trying to forget tonight. That's probably what I would be doing. I would be probably trying to get sloppy, sick, drunk. Because I would want to forget tonight has ever happened. Because this is just absolutely pathetic. Yes, we get Treylon Burks. So if you're getting the breaking news, the Tennessee Titans, in the dumbest way possible, trade A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. They get the 18th pick. They got a third-round pick, which they would later trade to the Jets, but they move up more. So they trade A.J. Brown to the Eagles for a first-round pick this year, which ends up being Treylon Burks. And AJ gets 4 years, $100 million, $57 million guaranteed. I'm like, if they were going to trade AJ Brown, I would have just traded him to the Jets for 4 and 10. And now the Jags are picking.
27th pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. With the 27th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Utah.
And the Jags go get another defensive player. And so, I mean, this is telling you, these other teams in the AFC are gearing up to try to take us down. They are gearing up to take us down. They got Trayvon Walker with the first pick. Now they get Devin Lloyd. So the Jags defense just got better. Houston gets Stingley and now Kenyon Green. So they have a good corner and a good offensive lineman. So unfortunately for the Titans have had a horrible night. And the Jags and the Texans so far have had some pretty good nights. So just bringing everybody up to speed, yes, this is not a typo. This is not a typo. The Tennessee Titans did trade A.J. Brown per Ian Rappaport to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm hoping I wake up tomorrow and this was just a dream. But I'm afraid this is real. Traded him to the Eagles, and the Eagles signed him to a 4-year, $100 million contract, $57 million guaranteed. So that's, man, that just bummed me out. But with the 18th pick that they have, they get Treylon Burks, wide receiver from Arkansas, big body receiver. Again, I like Treylon Burks. I think he's going to be very good for this team. It's just, oh God, I'm so bummed out with AJ being gone. Bummed out. And then the Titans, with everything else that has just completely went wrong in this draft, this was probably the best move that they made. They trade out of the 26th pick to the Jets, and they get picks 35 in the second round, 69 in the third round, and 163 in the fifth round. So now the Titans have They had their first round pick. They have a second round pick now. They have two third round picks, two fourth round picks, and now they have two fifth round picks as well. So now the rest of the way, after round two, the Tennessee Titans have two picks in each round the rest of the way. So they have an early second round pick at 35. They have 69 and 90 in the third round. They still have 131 and 143 in the fourth round. And now they have 163. 163 and I believe 169 in round 5, if I'm not mistaken. So theoretically, the Tennessee Titans, draft-wise, could recover from this. Draft-wise, the Tennessee Titans could recover. But losing A.J. Brown, oh my God, that is going to be the topic of the story. That is going to be the whole topic of discussion tomorrow on a lot of Nashville stations, is about A.J. Brown being traded. That's what's going to happen. So you had 18. Now we got 35 in round 2, 69 and 90, 131, 143, 163, 169, 204, and 219. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 9 picks. We now have 10 picks in this draft. When in the beginning we maybe had, I think, 7. We now have 10 picks in this draft, and we have 9 more picks to go. We got 3 picks tomorrow. And then we'll have 6 more picks on Saturday. But Holy Mary, Mother of God, just A.J. Brown. I mean, that's what's going to happen. And that is a good question. What does King Henry feel about all of this? You know? Titan Hugo saying, who gotten better in the AFC South? The Jags have gotten better. The Jags have gotten better. The Colts have gotten better because they got Matt Ryan. They have Matt Ryan. Let's see. Now it says, raise your hand if you think J-Rob will do something with them. I don't. That, you know what? That is an excellent point. We're going to have all these picks. What is J-Rob going to do with them? He said he liked to have more picks. He does now. But you still have a stink quarterback going on. Titan Anderson says, I love everything. Do you really, T.A.? Do you really? And plus, I got to get you on the show. I'm going to have to get you on the show. And Titan Overdrive is right. Look at what the AFC has done this entire offseason. I mean, look at all the quarterbacks we're going to have to face. The Packers are making their pick at 28. But look at this. You got Mahomes. You got Allen. You got Mahomes in Kansas City. Josh Allen in Buffalo. Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. Russell Wilson in Denver. And that's just 5 quarterbacks. Like I said, I forget. The entire AFC West. Take a look at this. Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Up and coming Justin Herbert in LA. Derek Carr is resurging in Vegas. You got Russell Wilson. So that's 4 in the AFC West. Then you look in the North, you got Burrow. You know, we don't know how good Kenny Pickett's going to be in Pittsburgh yet. You got Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. And I'm almost forgetting who else is in the AFC South. And then you still got Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to slide him under the table in Baltimore. You got Matt Ryan in Indy. Trevor Lawrence is going to be up and coming. I just named 10. I just named 9 quarterbacks. 9. And I haven't even went to the AFC East with Mac Jones and Josh Allen. That's 10 quarterbacks. That means there's going to be a couple of teams that make the playoffs that got good quarterbacks that will not make the playoffs. So the Titans, I think, are in serious trouble. Philomatic says, our GM sold us out. That's what it seems like. Said, I guess he wasn't worth $25 million for the injuries. Maybe they tried to work out a deal and it just didn't work. I'm going to probably talk to TD. I'm probably going to try to see what we could get. The Packers go Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle. I'm probably finna get ready to log off of here since the Titans do not have another pick tonight. And Davis Mills showed people that he could do some things. You know? Jay Porter said the Titans just had to shake things up. Yep, they did. And Money Mike says, trade the 35th pick for Debo, but he's going to want money too. Yeah, and, you know, a lot of stuff has come out saying the 49ers are definitively have said they are not trading Debo Samuel. So if the Titans are smart, they better pick another wide receiver somewhere. They might need to pick 3 wide receivers in this draft. They might need to pick 3. Calvin Austin better be one of them. And they might as well go ahead and get like an Eric Izukama, you know, who TD really likes, or some guys late that's got some speed. We still got problems. We got a wide receiver. That's good. But, man, it's been a bad night, y'all. I'm probably going to try to get off of here and get some sleep. And Laurel Company said the Titans have a new stadium to consider and will draft a quarterback with our next pick to pair with Burks. Probably. And now Robert Woods is our number 1 receiver. And he's still injured. Titan Tigers had one of the worst moves ever. I don't think anybody was expecting this, AZ. I think a lot of us was expecting the Tennessee Titans to make a stupid draft pick, which Treylon Burks is not. Let me just say that. Treylon Burks is not a bad pick at all. It's just a situation. But, I mean, there was a run on wide receivers. So, and I mean, honestly enough, another wide receiver hasn't even been taken since we took Treylon Burks at 18. So the question is, could we have went ahead and picked Trevor Penning and got Treylon Burks at 26? I probably feel a little bit better. And, yep, we all fell for it. We sure did, Philip. We all fell for it. We fell for those, you know, I feel for this fan base. And it was rocking. It's probably, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, Nissan Stadium will still be rocking next year. I'm still going to be there. But I am going to be very, very skeptical. More skeptical probably than I've ever been. So I just, man. That's what I'm saying, Ms. Mim. Lord have mercy. Heavenly Father. I think we all need to go to bed praying to God tonight. And wake up in the morning praying to God, because I don't know. That's a very good question that I'm going to put out. And before I get out of here tonight. So, no need to worry about A.J. Brown getting extended, because the answer is no. He got extended with Philly. Here's the question I'm going to ask everybody. Hold on. And I want to get y'all thoughts and comments on this. I want to get y'all thoughts on comment on this. Um, Here's the question for everybody tonight. Now that this has happened, is In J Rob We Trust officially dead? Type Y for yes, N for no. After this trade of A.J. Brown, is In J Rob We Trust officially dead? I will give y'all my answer in just a moment. But first, I'm going to tell y'all about my guy, Cody Milhoyne at First Class Real Estate. First Class Real Estate Advisors. And as y'all know, Cody is a big time Titans fan, and Cody is huge on integrity, and that's what he's built his real estate business on. So many other agents only care about making a sale, not Cody. Cody will offer you many options and discuss the pros and cons for every option. Cody understands if whether you're buying or selling a $10,000 trailer or $20 million mansion. He understands that a real estate investment is likely to be the biggest investment of your life. If you live in Tennessee or if you live in anywhere between Carolina and California, you can call Cody. His office, you can call his personal number 731-798-8505, which is at the bottom of the screen, or his office number at 731-207-8060. Ask for Cody for all of your real estate needs and let him know that Chris of Titans and Truth sent you. And that's Cody Milhoyne at First Class Real Estate. Titans and Truth here. And wow, the New England Patriots go Cole Strange, guard out of UT Chat. I wasn't expecting Cole Strange to go until maybe the third round. So that's crazy with that. So I need to know. Again, here's the question that I put out for everybody. Is In J Rob We Trust officially dead? Yes or no? Ms. Mims says yes. King I says depend on the second pick. But we got to know now. Tino Dra says J Rob and Vrabel are full of it with this tripling down on AJ. You mean tripling down on Tannehill? Hugo says, why, as long as they keep saying Tannehill is the guy? Preston Cooper says yes. Philip says, heck no. I stopped trusting him when he allowed Vrabel to hire and keep Todd Downing. So basically you said yes, it was already dead. You just saying it was dead sooner. Titan Overdrive says, why? Yes for now. Yes for now. TSR Video says yes. CJ says yes. TSR, welcome in. Glad you could join us. Let's keep Tannehill and Downing and get rid of AJ. What a freaking joke. I mean, it's hysterical. It's hysterical. Everybody else is getting better and we're getting worse. And the Chiefs,
The Kansas City Chiefs select George Karlaftis, defensive end, Purdue.
and so the Chiefs go with George Karlaftis, pass rusher out of Purdue. He helps their defense, which, I mean, hey, that's been a problem for Kansas City. They can score with anybody, but they can't stop nobody. So that's a very interesting pick. But again, yes or no, is In J Rob We Trust officially dead? Tyler being the optimistic one, saying, y'all try to chill. J Rob made a move and his hand was forced. It sounded like. No, it wasn't, Tyler. His hand wasn't forced. All he had to do was pay A.J. Brown. It's that simple. You pay the guy. It's not that hard. President Cooper says, I'm not excited for the upcoming season. We already know how the story will end. Truth be told, this has made me very less excited about the season 2. You know, Tyler says the 26th pick trade out was smart. Yes, that was a smart pick. I agree. But trading A.J. Brown was not. And we all know that. We all know that. And Tyler, come on, man. Tyler, come on. We've known each other a long time. And don't get me wrong, you know I got love for you. Yes, the trade out was smart. But trading A.J. Brown was stupid, dumb, irresponsible, and all of you know it. All of you know this. All of you know that we are a much better team with A.J. Brown on the field than when he's not. And now he'll never be on the field for us. So the Tennessee Titans just got worse tonight. Depending on what the other picks are, and we still got 2 more picks left, Minnesota at 32, because they completely screwed us over. They're probably going to, I mean, Malik Willis, Desmond Ridder are still on the board, shockingly, which is something. I mean, there are some big-time players still on the board. You know, Nakobe Dean, the linebacker, they seem to want us all to pick. I'm just, you know, at a shock. It's a shock. That much is true. I mean, it's incredible. You know, so and
The Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm trying to shut some of this stuff down. But yeah, I mean, you know, the Titans have a second. They got 2/3, 2/4, 2/5, 2/6. So they got a lot of picks. But is NJ Rob we trust officially dead? McElroy says, I'm hurt, but I'm for it. He said, I'm hurt to see, I'm sad to see him go. He's proven. Yes, he is. And that's crazy. Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, all traded in the same offseason. This has been by far the craziest offseason of all time. Elroy said, why did we trade 26? Honestly, because nothing good was left on the board for the Tennessee Titans. Trading out, that was the smartest move J-Rob has made all night. Jimmy, hear me out on this. I know Jimmy is a big-time Eagles fan, and I know he is as giddy as a schoolboy that Jalen Hurts got A.J. Brown. I don't know if that'll make Jalen Hurts any better, but we'll see about that. But here's the thing. He's saying, I don't think A.J. wanted to stay. He was catching ball from Hurts. Hurts and A.J. are friends. Now, I didn't like the fact that Ryan Tannehill out there throwing balls with Dez Fitzpatrick and Mason Kinsey, and now we're going to have to depend on Dez Fitzpatrick more than ever now. But Tannehill wasn't throwing with AJ. He out sitting on some boat chilling, you know, trying to prove he can drink the Celsius drinks instead of being here working. And now, you know, we're going to need more chemistry than ever. And McElroy saying we got an even replacement. Look at the film. And again, I have looked at the film. Go back and check out my wide receiver show that I did. I thoroughly looked at Treylon Burks' film. And I said it earlier. Treylon Burks is exactly A.J. Brown. He is exactly A.J. Brown, but a rookie. He is the exact same type of player. And I like Treylon Burks. Don't get me wrong. He showed better game speed than what he did when he tested out. I think Treylon Burks could be very, very good. The only problem is you had A.J. Brown who was proven. All you had to do was pay the man his money. That's all you had to do. That's not really much to ask. But I'm not the owner. And so you know what? And Tyler's right. I think I'm in a state of shock. I think that's what it is with me. I am in a real state of shock over this entire night. And Philomatic says, if 35 isn't Pickens, Willis, or Ritter, I'm really going off. That will be a slight payoff for trading AJ. I mean, we got Traylon Burks. We need a receiver with some speed. Now, at 35, maybe I look at Trey McBride because we need a tight end. We'll probably have to go back and see what the big boards are looking like going into night 2. And I'm trying to see who's possibly left. We have 2 picks to go in this first round. And, I mean, Desmond Ritter, Nakobe Dean, and Andrew Booth. Wouldn't surprise me if we went defense for some crazy reason. Would not shock me at all. You got Bernard Raymond. Bernard Raymond, offensive tackle. He would probably be the pick at 35. That probably makes sense. Pickens. You got Ojabo, the pass rusher. Although we still got 2 picks left. Cincinnati's about to pick. You got Khalil Shakir. You got Malik Willis is still on the board. Bengals up. My brother's pick is up. And the Bengals pick Daxon Hill, a safety from Michigan, at 31. So now the last pick is coming. Tyler says, I still trust J-Rob. Ms. Bim said they did Julio the same way. Yup. CJ said, should have traded Tannehill. Yup. Tyler said, our next pick is probably going to be offensive line. Most likely. CJ, we traded A.J. Brown for pick 18 and pick 101 in the 3rd round, which we traded that pick to the New York Jets, but that was with the 26th pick. We traded 26 and 101 for the Jets, one of the Jets' second-round picks at 35, and we have a 3rd-round pick at 69 and another 5th-round pick. So, I mean, Sky Moore could be the guy, too. Falele is out there. Dolchich, all the tight ends are out there as well. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of good players still on this board. This could work out better for it, but honestly, the Titans didn't get enough. That's what I think. I don't think J-Rob got enough. J-Rob didn't get enough for that pick. If you're going to trade AJ, you get a 1 and you get a 3. I would have asked for a 1 or a 2 next year. That's what I would have done. But I think in J-Rob we trust is officially dead. I can't trust him no more. I can't. So we're about to come to the final pick of the 1st round of this chaotic NFL draft. And it has definitely been that. Chaotic. It has been, this has probably been the craziest draft I have ever seen. And I'm with a lot of people. The Titans got fleeced. Basically, we traded AJ for a 3rd-round pick. That's what happened. It should have been a 3rd. It should have been at 18. I mean, well, I take that back. Let me stop. The Eagles gave up their pick, so they didn't switch places with us. They already had a pick. So they had another pick. They gave that one to us. So we got an extra 1st-round pick on top of the one we already had. And then we got Burks with that one, traded our 26th, and basically got a 2nd. We basically traded our 1st-round pick, got a 2nd-round pick, and we got an extra 3rd much earlier than we thought. So I don't know what's happening. Travis said we got to be tanking. The Titans are too stubborn to tank. Although they probably should now, because there's no, them making the playoffs is very slim. I think the only way they make the playoffs is because they're probably going to win the division by default. Only problem is the rest of the division has gotten better. The Colts have Matt Ryan, and we don't know what they're going to do in this draft. Who else? The Jags have strengthened their defense, and they still got Trevor Lawrence, and they probably have a boatload of picks still. The Texans still have a bunch of picks, and they got Derek Stingley and Kenyon Green. The other teams around us are getting better, and the Titans are getting worse. And Travis, like he said, yep, we're trusting a rookie, a veteran coming off of an injury, and NWI at 3, which I think they're going to pick another receiver. I think they're definitely going to pick another receiver. Because I think these next 3 picks should be offensive line, tight end, and another wide receiver. That's what I would do. 4th round, I'll probably get a guard, and then maybe I start looking at the defensive side of the ball. But Malik Willis is still on the board, but I think he's about to come off here. Because you still got Ritter, you got Corral, you got Sam Howell. And if we pick, I would say out of all the quarterbacks, Sam Howell is the one I don't want. I like him the least. Ms. Mims said, I'm done listening to J-Rod. I think a lot of us are. So, everybody, after this pick is made, I think I'm going to go eat and get some sleep because I think I just got to, I need to go get a drink and just find a way to take this shock off of me. Here's the last pick. Wow. Lewis Cine, defensive back, Georgia. So here's the thing. The Tennessee Titans are the 3rd pick of the 2nd round. So Tampa Bay will kick off round 2 tomorrow at 33. Minnesota got 32 and 34 from Detroit when they traded up to 12. So for round 2, the Buccaneers will start off. Minnesota comes up. We will be picking very early in round 2 at 35. Malik Willis, Desmond Ritter, Sky Moore, Christian Watson, Nakobe Dean. A lot of really good players are still on the board. So the Titans could probably still trade back and get even more. They could. So we'll have to definitely see. But we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. So we're definitely going to see about that. Philip said, J-Rock got bamboozled and hoodwinked. Like trading your 2019 BMW for a 2022 Kia with $900 a month payments. That's what it seems like. But everybody, I'm finna get up off of here. I'm finna go eat. I'm finna see if my mama will make me a drink that I can maybe, or if I need to go to if a liquor store is still open, I might need to go get me some liquor to drink this off because this has been a chaotic night. But everybody, I appreciate y'all tuning in to Titans and Truth for this draft. Sorry I was late coming on. I'm glad I was able to catch on when the Titans made the pick. And then, and look at all them defensive players. 5 defensive players for Georgia go in the 1st round. 5. And Nakobe Dean ain't one of them. So that's interesting. But we're going to get ready to tune in tomorrow night. The Titans have a big night. I will be live, ready, hopefully around the time the Titans pick, or I will give an immediate reaction. I'll do a quick live, and then I'll come on when the Titans get ready to pick in the 3rd round. I should be back home by then and back here by then. So everybody, we'll get ready. We'll do this again tomorrow night, and we'll see what the Titans do. But right now, the Titans have had a bad night. But Treylon Burks, Welcome to Tennessee. Good night, y'all. Tighten up, because that's all we know how to do, y'all. Good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow.